Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Hope you guys are doing well because they're having a fantastic 25th of July. I was going to say 25th of July. We're celebrating 6,000 follower, and I'm extremely grateful, extremely emotional today. Also because we made a video about the 7 years of Chester Bennington death. We talked about him, how much he meant to me, how much he meant to a lot of people, right? And I'm still emotional, but by doing this video, we're playing the tower. By doing this video, I realized a good concept for a video. I realized a good subject for a video. You know the title, you saw the thumbnail, so you know what we're going to talk about. But why am I mentioning Chester Bennington in a situation where it is a financial concept? So the concept that I brought, that I'm bringing to this subject, is, of course, the law of equal exchange. Now, what is the law of equal exchange? The law of equal exchange is a very simple concept in economy that says, hey, I'm going to trade you 20 cow. I'm going to trade you 20 chicken, right, for dude. We're playing the tower. Yeah, we're playing the two towers. We're playing three towers actually. I got another phone right here. Oops. Why would you trade 20 chicken from one cow? Is a lot of equal exchange. There's more value to a cow. A cow has more meat. It produces milk. Milk can produce yogurt, cheese, right? And now I know what you're saying. Well, eggs are pretty used everywhere. Absolutely. Chicken is also used everywhere. But a chicken will lay how many eggs, right? Compared to that, to how much a cow will produce milk. Yeah, it's different. It's different, right? Also, a cow would produce 100 kilo of meat versus a chicken that is basically 12 kilos, right? It's a law of equal exchange. Give me something of the same value and we'll trade, right? So again, why are we bringing this up to Chester Bennington? Well, if you look at the video I made, what I strongly recommend, because I do like these videos, I do like what I said in there. With Chester Bennington was a person who helped 1,000 people, right, feel better, and at the end he unalived himself because he was depressed. Now, am I saying that if you help yourself, that should help you out? No. But what I'm saying, if there's a law of equal exchange that is financial, that is material, there's also a law of equal exchange when it comes to emotion. And I want you guys to understand what I mean by that, because I don't want to seem insensitive. Listen, I love Chester and I believe he was a hero. You want to talk about strength? I was strengthful. He was strength. He was strong because he sacrificed himself, literally, emotionally, for people, right? Am I saying you shouldn't do that? I'm saying you should do that. But I'm also saying that you should put your health first. See, I'm a strong believer that the stronger you are, the more people you want to help. Want to help people? That's great. Can you help people? Because the want is amazing. The need is even better. You need to help people. But the ability to help people, that's another complete different story. Become a better person and going to be able to help other people. We have, again, the subject of equivalence, love of equivalent exchange. What I mean by that is understand that some people, right, are going to be there for you. Some people are going to be there to help you out. Some people are going to be there to be supportive, right? And some people aren't, and those people are going to be requiring a lot of energy. We talk about energy vampires. Energy vampires are people that are constantly negative. They constantly bring subject to you. They make you feel sad. They take out your energy and your positivity, right? There's a love equivalent exchange where they're taking a lot from you and you're not giving a lot back, right? So should people give back if you give to them? No, of course not. That's selfish. But if they take advantage of your kindness, if they take advantage of who you are as a person, you don't want to keep them as friend. So understanding the simple concept of equivalent exchange is understanding that surround yourself with people that want you to succeed, and understand that you may want them to succeed. If you see the person wants you to succeed, right, and you don't want them to succeed, then you're the problem. You're the unequivalent exchange. You're the person who's not bringing enough to the table, right? I really put out the fact that you don't need to bring things to the table, right? You should be enough on yourself. But I'm talking about experience. I'm talking about things that I lived. I was this friend, right? I was that friend. I was that friend. I was that friend for years. It's still time where I am that friend that constantly get helps. People took care of me. People really take care of me, and I'm extremely happy and I'm extremely thankful for that. And did I repay them in favor? Did I repay them in kindness? There's some people that did a lot of stuff for me, and then they said something I didn't like, and I was like, "Fuck you," right? But they did so much for me. Why did I say "fuck you"? Was it because I didn't like what they said? Possibly. Was it a good reason for them to leave my life? No. Am I regretting things? Yes. Yes. I have regret for that, right? And I think that's normal. I think everybody that does something is able to regret it. That makes us human. That makes us feel guilt. Feeling guilt is what makes us a, better than animals. It gives us moral. It gives us values, right? So the love equivalent exchange. Why I think it's so important is because I've been seeing this a lot lately, right? And especially since on TikTok, I'm not complaining. I'm really happy about my experience on TikTok, but I am seeing a lot of people that are taking me for granted. Say, hey, like this, like this, like this, like this, right? And I had this conversation with Cappy a couple of days ago. Where I said I wish I was more social. I wish I was helping people more because I get a lot of help, get a lot of support, and I get into the mood where I need to create content. I need to create content because I'm focusing on creating content. Like I'm not as supportive as I could be. There's this guilt from that. Talk about law of equivalent exchange, right? And then there's some other people that are doing nothing for me. Now, am I saying that you should do something for me to be thankful and for me to do something for you? No, but understanding that the people that do understanding that some people do a lot more for me than others, and I'm not even able to say thank you or even to help them out. And again, it's not so much the helping out, but for example, most of the friends that I have on here are content creator, right? And I'm a bit more successful than them. I'm one of the most successful in my friend group, right? So I should pay them back. But I get stranger, literal stranger. I got a person, right, who come to the live. We met, I think it was Monday. And 20 minutes later, he said, can you do a video saying to shout me out, right? And I told him, bro, we met 20 minutes ago. It's not okay to ask. You shouldn't ask for a shout out. You shouldn't ask. Now, do I mind giving shout outs? Absolutely not. I believe that we're all on here to grow. I understand the grind of being unknown. I understand the grind of, I'm still a small channel, 6,000 compared to millions. I think Charlie is at the top with 34 millions, right? 6,000 is nothing. However, see, I'm all up for giving a shout out, but you shouldn't ask. It should coming from the person. If a person, for example, right, you go with a friend out for the restaurant, you're not gonna ask them to pay for the bill, right? If they offer, you're gonna be, wow, thank you, bro, that's so kind. But you're not gonna ask them, right? And I feel like an asshole saying this. I really feel like an asshole saying this, right? And I feel bad because I think this is a bit because they were young, they were immature. I think that's it. I don't think they were bad people, but they I told them no, you shouldn't ask that, right? And that person said, hey, I made a video, right, saying to follow you. And I was like, yeah, but you got. And I feel bad saying that. I feel really bad saying that. The intention is really good. The intention was really good. But they had 10 followers. And I'm like, dude, I appreciate that a lot, but understand that I have a lot more. So I'm asking a lot more people to do something for me versus you that are asking a couple people to do something for you. And I'm not saying that I would be more. It would be better to do a shout out if there was a bigger channel that gave me a shout out. But I'm saying that it's not a law. It's not an equivalent exchange, right? Basically, and also the fact that we just met. We're not friends. I had a friend a couple of months ago, right? And they were talking about quitting content creation. They were saying they had too much of a hard time, right? And they were saying that it's really hard, right? And they had a good channel. They were making good content. I was like, dude, you shouldn't stop. You make some good content. But I could tell in the way they were talking, they were done, right? And then I saw a video on their channel, and I saw the video they made, one of the last video they made, and it was really good. It was really good content, so I shout that out, right? It's a lot of equivalent exchange, and that's the beauty of it. That video in itself, and the channel was smaller than me, but that video in itself brought me entertainment, right? So because it brought me entertainment, I got something out of it, right? And I know it's a question of, but you have to understand also that if you want to pursue content creation, it's also a business, right? And I was on the other side of people constantly asking me to follow this person, like this person post, go on this person. I remember losing a really good friend, somebody that was with the content for a while, because they were constantly asking me to like their posts. They were constantly, it wasn't a friendship anymore, it was just help me. I was like, dude, no, this is not cool, right? And I understand the problem with that is also that we always gonna be at the same, at different level, right? Um, like I can see somebody else with the same number, but they have less engagement. I'm gonna see somebody with the same number and they have the same engagement, right? Even then, we're not making the same content. Even then, we don't have the same viewers. We don't have the same followers. So, for example, what I mean, right? On TikTok, yes, I do have a lot of followers. I do have 6,000. Again, thank you for that. We reached it today, but how many of them aren't really interacting with the content, right? And I'm not asking everybody to interact with the content, of course not. That'd be crazy, right? However, I understand that there's possibly a handful, 20, 40, 50 people that are really, really helping me out, and it does matter. There was a whole discussion with my mod about a month ago, and he felt like I was talking about him. And that mod was in every single one of my videos. That mod was constantly interacting with the content. That mod helped me out a lot, and I felt kind of guilty. Kind of felt guilty because I was paying more attention to them. I was allowing more from them. I was really happy when they would come to the stream, right? I was really, really happy because I kind of care. I did care about them, right? And it is a fashion of, I don't know. I felt bad about that because it didn't feel righteous. It didn't feel like I was being fair with people because there's some people I wanted to see, people I didn't care about seeing, right? That's pretty much it. And followed somebody, and I feel bad about it because that guy was interacting with the content, but he would come to the live, right? Would come to the live. So the first time, I'm not talking shit, right? Just talking about the law of equivalent exchange. That person came into a live about 2 weeks ago, and this is also a not what not to do, right? And that person they were interacting with me, and I didn't have a lot of viewers, right? So it was cool because we get to talk, right? And then they came back a couple of days ago, right? And one of my mod was like, "Hey, please, guy, tap. It does help. It does help the stream. Tap." And I was like, "Wow, dude, this is so cool." And everybody else was tapping me in front instead of him. Now, should you feel obligated to tap? Should you feel obligated to like the stream? Should you feel obligated to should you feel obligated to partake in the growth of the channel? No, of course not. Of course not. However, everybody else was tapping. Everybody else was talking about something else, and that person kept taking back the subject to them. They kept talking about them, and although I don't mind that they kept talking about them, I don't mind they kept talking like, dude, we're having a conversation. We have a good interaction. It's a good stream, and you're bringing. It's like we're having this amazing party, dude. We're having this amazing party in my apartment, and in this room, there's this guy who wants to be part of the party, but no, the party's in my room. Bro, the party's already happening, right? And I feel bad because that person was a bad person. I blocked them because, and I feel bad about it. But again, the live, they were taking attention from other people, and people were kind of, I got some complaints, right? And then in the DMs, that guy was constantly spamming, sending me 7, 8 message a day, and I told them not to spam, and they kept going. And they comment on, I think it's like 8 or 9 video. It's like, hey, give me a shout out. Hey, give me a shout out. No, please. I'm like, dude, I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you shit. And I know it's an asshole thing to say, and I know it's an asshole thing to it's an asshole way to react to something. But the reality is, it took me so long, and I do mean that. It's very important that we make this clear. It took me so young. It took me so long, sorry, to understand that there's these people that are gonna constantly take advantage of you, and it shouldn't be always about equivalent exchange. It shouldn't always be that, but there's also a case where it has to be something that both people are comfortable with. You're not gonna go out with somebody. You're not gonna have a relationship with somebody that don't like you, right? Just because you like them, you're not gonna force them. And it took me so long to realize that people took advantage of me, right? And they didn't care about me. They just took care of. They just cared. It's also the fact that I worked really hard, right? And I'm not crying wolf. I'm not crying victim. I'm not complaining, right? But I worked really hard, and because I work really hard, it pains. Not it pains me, but listen, it's your channel. You should do whatever you fuck you want, right? But for example, if I go out, you guys know I post too much. I really do. I post too much. I'm gonna post 50 to 60 videos a week, right? And somebody came to me like I think it was, and again it sounds like I'm ranting, but I'm just giving you example of what to do, right? What not to do. So there's a person that came in my DMs about 2 weeks ago and said, hey, I'm seeing that your channel is growing. I wish my channel was growing. And I was like, okay, well, they were asking me for advice. And I went to their channel and they released a video like 3 weeks ago. Then the last video they made was 2 months ago. They were releasing basically every 4 weeks. And I was like, dude, this is why your channel is not growing. People aren't gonna stay if you don't release content. People are subscribing or giving likes or giving comments because they care about you. They want to see you. But it's very rare that a stranger gonna comment, right? And I give them advice and they said, yeah, but I don't want to post too much. Well, it's up to you. You put in the work you want to put in, but you get the result that you put in, right? There's this fable that I heard as a kid of this ant, and this ant is working in the summer, and they're storaging some food, right? And there's this grasshopper, and that grasshopper, the whole summer it's singing, right? And in the winter, the grasshopper said, "Hey, get some food for me," and the ant's like, "No," right? And the ant is like, "No, I worked so hard for this. I'm not gonna give you," right? And as a kid, I thought the ant was an asshole. But the grasshopper did it on purpose, knowing the ant was going to work for him. And at the end, the asshole is the grasshopper, not the ant. Right? Anywho, I'm not going to video, but I love you that you matter. I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy. Peace.